What is up, DG Army? Nethervvoid, also known as John. Welcome back to DungeCraft. This is episode 40, and there's going to be a link to the download of these world files in the video description today, since it's episode 40. We're going to be finishing up the B area, and I'm actually going to finish this up before I upload this. That way you'll have a working B area. Like, still need to fix that windowed area right there so the bees can actually operate my production line. So let's go to my house. I got some books set up here. This is the bee biomes. This is where I was doing those bees that you saw in the last episode, but it's really not useful anymore except for gathering more princesses. So let's go back to my house. Eventually I'm going to have that set up with kind of a cool railcraft thing, but for now we'll just use that book. So the first thing I want to make is 2 liquid tesseracts and 2 power tesseracts. Now, tesseracts come from thermal expansion. They're really cool. As you can see, they cost 1 diamond. They're basically teleport pipes if you've ever used those. You can teleport liquids, power, or items through these things. You basically have to have one on one end and one on the other end, kind of like a doorway, warp doorway or something like that. You'd have to have 2 of them, right? One for your source and one for your destination. So let's make 4 of these guys, tesseract frames. We're going to need 10 hardened glass and diamonds. Shouldn't be a big problem for us. Let's see. 10, let's just, oh, that's silver. Are we? Yes, we are. Okay, we're blocking up 10 still. Can't wait to unblock that. We only need 4 of these. Hopefully we have the hardened glass. We need 16, right? We have plenty. Actually, let's do this. Watch this. You can just do that with the mouse wheel. Neat. Okay. So let's make 4 of those frames. One thing you have to do with these things is you have to fill them with liquid. You know what? I should have done that part first. With liquid ender pearl. That's kind of what you have to do. Like with the regular, the other energy cells, you have to fill those with liquid redstone. These are liquid ender pearls. So pretty neat, kind of new stuff there. A little bit hard to get. I was thinking about setting up a special, magma crucible just for all these different things, so they don't get messed up on which you're really loading and stuff. Because that can be a problem if a little bit's left over. You can't use it for anything else, so that's kind of stinks. Let's see. A little bit rusty with DungeCraft because I have not played DungeCraft or recorded DungeCraft in like a week. So let's look at. Oh yeah, we already had it. Let's look at how you make the unattuned tesseract. This is where you're going to. How much does it take? Okay, 1 bucket. This is where you're going to make the just general version that you can turn into a liquid item or power tesseract. And I don't know if I have any. I do. I have a ton. Good. Okay, we're going to make just enough, though, in this thing because I don't have a dedicated one set up yet. So we're going to put these over here just like we do with the energy cells. Then we're going to configure this like so. Let's put 1 in there and see what it gets us here. Oops. All right, it's done. Okay, so we only need 4, so we're going to need 16 of these. Let's make some more. We're going to have to use minium stone again. I don't know how you get all these endermen. You'd have to have an enderman farm because there's no way you could farm up this many endermen. I kind of want to keep some of these iron ingots by themselves because I tend to use them a lot. Let's see. So minium stone is going to give us those ender pearls. Cool. Let's get 1 more just because. There we go. 16 ender pearls. I think we only need 2 of them, but it'll be good for now. So sort that stuff and put this away. Let's put that away too while we're at it. Bam. There we go. Okay. All right. We should only need 2 more. We should have 3. Oh, okay. It's still working. So let's just put 2 more in there real quick. There we go. That should be exactly the amount we need. We're making some. Let's make a liquid and a power one right here so just so we can see how it works. We are going to need this table here. So we're going to need, let's see, we're going to make 2 liquid ones. So we're going to need copper and silver and tin and pneumatic servos. I think we need 4 of those pneumatic servos, I bet you. Because I think I saw the other one needed it too. So let's just make 4 of those real quick. Alright, so we got copper, tin, and iron, was it? Let's just try it. Here, let's just do 1, right? Copper. I don't think we're going to be making a lot of these, so I'm just going to make 2 of them. Or I'm not going to make plans for these because I don't think we're going to be using them that much. Nope, that's not it. Wait. Tin, silver, and copper. Okay, I got it screwed up a little bit. We need silver. Is it already in there? Nope, that's why. Okay. So we gotta switch these. Oh no, we don't want iron. That was actually in the... Oh no. Okay, tin's down here. Jeez. Having a hard time here, dudes. Let's see. Silver, silver. Okay. So there's a liquid one. Now to make the power one, we need, or energy, I guess, electrum, silver, lead, and a redstone conductance coil. So let's clear all this stuff out. Redstone conductance coil. Let's get that first. And we're going to need electrum. And we need lead, which I... Oh, we do have some lead. Where's the lead go again? Oh, on the bottom. Okay. And then some some tin, I believe. Tin. Oops. Nope. Must be silver? Well, that's refined iron. Jeez, all these look the same. There we go. Jeez. Now, I'm going to... Oh, I couldn't leave that one in there. Oh, well. We should have the other two all ready to go. I'm going to make those off camera real quick. Hold on. Okay, and here's our last one, and a last energy one there. So we need these liquid ones first because we are going to be doing the liquid stuff first. Let's see. I don't think we need to sort anything out. I think we're good. We do need some pipes probably, so let's get those out real quick. Some liquiducts. Liquiducts, and we're going to need... Do we have... We must not have levers because I would be able to see them in the tool bag right there. Let's get a couple more levers. We're going to need those to start up the liquid process there. So, I'm going to have to run out to the bees. I don't have any teleportation means anymore out here. We're going to set this one up on a certain frequency, just like we do wood teleport pipes if this was the previous season. And then we're basically going to start pumping it. Oh, we could use this. So, I think you need two. And let's just set it up on the end. And, do I have my skeleton thing out? No, I don't. Oh, well, let's just kill this guy. What's up, bro? You can't be in the video. Jeez. Okay. So, now that I got this set up, we're going to just set this up the normal way you would with everything else. And I actually will need that wrench now. There you are. Oh, not there. There. Okay. Let's get this all set up, start pumping. Okay, cool. Actually, we need to do the honey first. Herb derp. Man, these are pretty hardy. Oh, this is why, duh. Thermal expansion, noob. Alright, cool. Then we're gonna set a frequency for this thing. So it knows which basically it's like a channel. It knows which channel to go to, so it doesn't... Oh, it's already doing it. Okay. Oh, because we already have a lever on it. Okay. So now that this thing is ready, we're going to put in, let's see. We're going to put it on 1, frequency 1. We're going to call this one temp. Temp. That's good because we're not going to be using it a lot. So there's the frequency 1 temp right there. So this should not require a redstone signal. And to configure it, we're going to say it's public right now because, well, let's just say it's private. Okay. That way nobody else can use it. I can put it on my private frequency list. Let's take this off the temp frequency list, okay? Or the public frequency list. Now, it's private only. Also, you can change if it's send receive only. Let's make it send only, even though I don't think it's going to get confused or anything. Hop through my portal gun portal here. Let's get this other side hooked up. Well, it would be really nice to put it right there. Bet you I can. Let's see. Just because I'm going to take this one off, just to make sure that it doesn't get confused. Alright. Oh, am I going to have to pump it out of this? I don't think so. So let's set the... Okay, so we're going to go with public, or private, temp, and good. It's not pumping. I wonder if I have to give it a signal here. Bet I do. Let's see. Come on, shift click, buddy. There we go. No? No dice? Where's my jetpack? Frequency 1. Oh, here we go. Receive only. That's... You know what? I must not be getting a redstone signal from that. That's what that is, I bet you. So I'm going to need probably something like this. I have to take this one off. Oops. Replace that. Man, I'm derping today. I've been playing a lot of War Thunder lately, so... which is a lot different game. Now I'm not used to World of Tanks. I guess I can't win. Alright, there we go. Now let's set this down, and maybe we can get a redstone signal to this thing. Even that's not going to do it, huh? Wow, that's odd. I can't think of any other way to do it. This should give it a signal. There we go. Frequency 1. Hold on, let me figure this out real quick. Alright, I figured it out. You need to not click this part right here. That's the way it has to work. So that's kind of weird to me, because everything else you have to do that switch where it says pump out. I don't know, maybe because it's already had under pressure, so you don't need to tell it again. I don't know, whatever. So let's look at, we are getting tons of honey. Let's see how fast it's draining this thing. It's probably not that fast. It's doing a decent job. So I'll be back when that's pumped out, and then we're going to do the, then I'm going to move that tank over, and we're going to do the DNA, and then I'll move the last tank, and we'll have our seed oil tank set up, and we'll be ready to go. Then I'm going to probably do some industrial or some Imperial Bee stuff after that, because I'll have everything I need. So hold on, I'll be right back, guys, when this one's done. Alright, well, that one's done draining and actually just finished, so let's start taking this thing apart, and then we'll move all this crap over to where the DNA tank is going to be. I didn't want to make more tanks because I don't want to have all that extra tank stuff. I mean, I'm sure I'll need it later, but not right now, and it would take a lot of extra time and more iron, and I'm kind of running out of iron, oddly enough, and so we're going to have to run another quarry soon. I'm going to have to run a 64 by 64 quarry, but I don't think I'm going to use dense ores anymore. It just kind of cheapened, like, diamond wasn't cool anymore to get and all that, because, you know, I have 500 blocks from a 9x9 area. I don't know, it just seems kind of lame. And I kind of need more, you know, not diamonds and stuff. It was nice for redstone, though. One thing that it was really nice for redstone, because I do use a lot of redstone. So let's see, how are these going to work? I need one in the bottom and one on top to pump out of, I think. So let's do it like this. It doesn't matter. The one going in is at the bottom, so that's all that really matters. Let's see. So we just need these here and these there, I guess. We need a valve there. And this. Alright. Let's hurry up and get this thing. Hurry up. Hurry up. Crap. Because I want to have that there. It's okay. I think I have an extra one. Hold on a sec. Let's just go upstairs. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have an extra one. Just have it right over here. Where'd it go? There's some extra iron tank. Oh, I think I sorted it. Oh, damn. Oh, well. Oh, well. Check this out. Alright. Mistcraft is so cool. Yep, there it is. Told you. Alright, now to get back. Bees. See that? It's gonna be a lot more fun when there's a rail cart system and stuff, but, you know, for now, it's fine. I actually want to do some automated railcraft stuff before I start that, so that's going to be one of the projects coming up here pretty soon. So that is just about in, and we're done. Now, I need to take this off before we do anything else. We've got 2 energy ones up there. Why don't I don't want those up there. And I got to put this back down. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Now this one I will need this all set up. Okay, that's all set up again. This guy, I think, can just go right here. I think. Yeah, that's, well, we're going to want to take this off again. I don't want to backflow him into that machine there. So we'll set this guy up to 1. That's good enough. Well, we need to put it to, okay, hold on. And receive only. Let's see, receive only. Cool. Now, we can just go put this one on the DNA one, and we should be good to go. Alright, DNA one, there it is. We already did this before, so I kind of know how to do it. Let's see. Actually, it's going to need to pump, so let's put one more on there. Alright, set this guy to 1. Oops. Let's go to private, temp, set, good, and send only, and let's get out of that, and start pumping, dude. Oops, shift click, and there we go. Cool. Liquid DNA, pumping. And liquid DNA, pumping. Sweet. So tesseracts are a big help. This B area is really pretty far from my base. If you've seen it on the mini-map, you can tell it's really far. In fact, X pulls up the big map, right? I mean, look how far away it is. You can't even see my base on this larger map. So those are going to help a lot. We're also going to set up a power tesseract to run all these machines. I'm just trying to figure out where I want it. I might want it right there. That'd be kind of neat. I think I can just run underneath. The one thing is with the power tesseract, you do lose 25% power. So it is going to be very costly to run a power tesseract, but I'm not going to be, you know, running that conduit all the way out here. So I kind of want to put it right here. I'm just going to put it right here. Probably going to want to go down to, let's see. So let's get out of here. Let's get some conduits out. Actually, I could probably set all this up off camera since I have done this before. You guys have seen me do this kind of stuff. You haven't seen me set up the tesseract though. But it's really, it's not a difficult thing to do. Look, I'm doing it right now, see? I mean, that's it. You're looking at it. We'll call this one, actually, frequency 1 is going to be power. Let's do this, power. Private, there we go. I don't think it screws with this frequency. It's probably a different frequency, yeah. So I probably should have set that liquid one to temp. But we're going to say this one's receive only, so this is all hooked up. Really just need to drill underneath all these machines and hook this stuff up. Shouldn't be very difficult. Just do this. It's going to get a little difficult right here. We're going to have to go around, and I took that off, but I'll replace it in a minute. Is that far enough? I can't remember. I'm getting block lag? It is. It's going to have to be far enough. Actually, oh yeah, I have to go underneath these. That's right. Okay. Probably, I don't really have to go down this far, but it just makes it easier, so whatever. Alright, so we're going to come up, and this is the only guy that needs power right here. So we're just going to do something like that, I think. Okay, that looks good. Okay, cool. So I'm going to get all this done off camera here, waiting for the liquid DNA to finish up what it's doing. And then I'm going to work on more bees and try to get to the Imperial line so I can do that honey. That's the last thing I needed to hook up, though, to make this thing fully operational so I can keep working on bees. So anyway, that's the new bee area, and that's pumping out liquids through tesseracts. We're going to set up the power tesseracts in a little bit here. Let me just run this conduit. Hold on a sec. Actually, yeah, let's hook it up, but I want to run the conduit off camera. Hold on. Alright, so I've laid those power lines, just kind of, those conduits, just covering this back up real quick, and then we're going to go set up the other one on the other side, and we should be in business. Now, and we're going to have to test this thing because nothing right now is drawing power, and nothing really will until we start messing around with it. And again, I exposed it. I could have put it underground because I want to be able to access it, is really why I did that. So, let's see. Let's go back to my house. Let's place this guy, and then we'll put a bee in the gene pool and watch it work here. Oops, wrong one. Alright, so this guy goes downstairs. I'm just going to put it right next to, well, I guess it's going to have to go on the other side of these, right? It can't go on this side because that's where the engines are. Oh man, this is going to be weird. Actually, technically it could go right there. That's not a bad spot for it. And we're just going to say redstone disabled so that signal doesn't mess with it. Power, that's good. This is in send mode only. Remember, you lose 25% power when you do that. Now let's go see if it works by taking one of these bees that we're going to be munching up over here, like one of these commons, and stick it down in there and see what happens. That's what she said. Alright. Should be ready to rock. Just need to drop this dude in. Oh. And no power? Interesting. Oh, you know why? Because this is not set to... I know what it is. It's this. So quick, get over there. And it's working. So the Tesseract is set up. We're getting power in this room now. And that definitely beats running like, I don't know, 200 blocks worth of conduits or more. The Tesseract is very worth it, even though you do lose 25% power. And that is by design because... the guy who makes thermal expansion didn't want it to be too cheap and easy to use these things everywhere. So again, you just want to set up your signaling and, you know, send and receive and stuff, and it'll work just fine. And again, the reason I was having a problem with the liquid one is because I had the pipe set up wrong, not because the tesseract was set up wrong. So this place is all set up now. I'm going to be working on Imperial bees, and I can keep working on this thing. I'll move that tank over, and I will be back when I have some royal jelly so we can do the rest of the genetics. See you in a second. Okay, it's been probably another week to get the Imperial bees, and it's taking a lot of work, and I'm just getting back. So there's a few things we need to make, and this video is probably going to go over. Inoculator, that's the first thing we're going to need. This actually pulls the genetic attribute that you're looking for from the bee that you worked on. So advanced genetic machine. I did get some emeralds from a trader that I was working with a little bit. And let's do that. Some blaze rods. I just farmed some of those up as well. 4 blaze rods. There's 4 machines we're going to need. Redstone. Let's see, I'll tell you what they are in a second here. I'm just trying to get all my materials here. Actually, I probably don't need that. I'll get some of that later. And I will not be using the crater for very long after this because it's kind of sucky. So we also need an advanced genetic machine, which I think I already made. I might not have. I know I made the genetic machine, which I'm going to need the apiarist machine for too. Let's see. Let's create one of those. First, we'll do a sturdy, then a apiarist, and you know what? We're going to need another one of these, I think. An advanced. Wow, we're really running out of space. Hold on a second. These enhanced cards here, enhanced circuit boards for the those bee machines I'm making, which is just 3 bronze and redstone surrounding it. So I'll be right back when these. I'm making 4 of these, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I've got I think all the materials I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need a few more materials, but let's make this thing. It's a genetic machine, which we already have, a diamond, gold, and enhanced circuit board, which I already have. So let's get some gold. Not sure if I have some of that. We are really running low on diamonds, so I'm gonna have to get some more. That's kind of an understatement there. So there we go, some gold in here. And I can't keep all these materials in here all the time because that would have clogged the thing up, but I can at least make the plan and put it there. So we're gonna need 4 of these. That'll work, and that will work for now. I thought, oh, we only made, okay, we're gonna need 3 more of these. Alright. Gotta make 4 of everything here. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Copper, it's gone. Yeah, okay, there we go. Nope, now redstone's gone. Glass, maybe? There we go. Alright, 3 of the, now, I like that there's a progression here. It's pretty awesome. Now, why is this not making anything? Oh, the circuit cards. Okay. So, bam. There we go. And then 3 of these. So there's definitely a progression to these machines I'm about to make. They're pretty advanced. So we're going to go back to the isolator. Let's just make all these at once. And emeralds, which I traded. Again, I'm going to have to set something a little bit better up here. Let's just do that. And then blaze rods on the sides, and finally some redstone. That's going to be the first machine we need. We're also going to need synthesizer, I'm trying to get these a little bit more prepared before I, okay, tanks and glass, okay, and soul sand. Okay, hold on. Let's get the soul sand before we get going. That way I don't spend a lot of time building machines. But this video is definitely going to run a little bit over because we have to build machines right in the middle of trying to make the machines. So that's kind of how it is. Alright, here we go. But I wanted to get these machines done before I uploaded the episode 40 video. So let's do this, and we got soul sand all around. Oops. There, and redstone. Advanced apiarist machine, or genetic machine here. And then glass on top. Tanks. Oh, we didn't do our redstone, did we? Okay, there we go. Yeah, we did. Synthesizer. Nice. Alright, now the next one we need is purifier, and you're going to see why we need all these in a second here. So, gas tiers. How many of those do I have? Are they over here? 2. That is not good, people. We need more gas tiers. So let's see how we can make these. Is it R? Oh, that's what they're in. No, that's not what? Again, that's what they're in, but I need how do you make them? Let's see. Is it R? I think gas tiers are only from gas. I'm gonna go get a gas tier from the nether. I'll be right back. Alright, got one more gas tier. That was not too bad with the bow I have, actually. So, we need to make this purifier here. So, gas tiers, 2 more tanks? Interesting. Okay, I don't think I have enough glass. Let's get more glass. There we go. Whoa, whoa. That is glass. Alright, here we go. 4 tanks. I didn't know these things were so into tanks. Let's do that. There we go. And get the tanks out of there. Sweet. What else do we need? Redstone and that. Okay, we can make that. Alright, so gas tiers, which I have not really been trying to collect. That's why I only had 2 of them. They're actually kind of hard to get because they fall usually in weird places. One of these. Purifier. Okay. So we got one more thing we're going to need. It is called an inoculator. That is what you use to actually put the gene into the bee. So we need 5 magma creams, which all you need to do is put some blaze powder with slime balls, and you will get magma cream. So let's macerate that blaze rod here. We'll get some more blaze powder, which is, wow, I get 5 per. That's really awesome. We'll get us some magma cream, which is cool because, you know, magma cream is really tough to get. I've killed tons. Oh, damn it. Damn it. I always do that. I've killed tons of, oh, we need empty serum vials too, huh? Okay, that's why we need the royal jelly, actually. So let's make a bunch of those things. Let's go get some royal jelly. And we're going to need some gold and glass, huh? Okay, let's go get some real quick here. Is that where it is? Yeah. I don't know. Let's get like 20. That's fine. Alright, we're here, and we need glass panes. And 64 of them should do. And we need gold bars, which I think we have in here. Okay, cool. Gold bars, royal jelly, glass panes. Now, we're going to need a bunch of these serums, so I'm kind of glad that this made us make some. So, let's get... Oh, I didn't put the glass in there. There we go. Okay, and the gold. Let's get like 8 extra. 8 should do it. So you don't need a lot of royal jelly. You just need a few pieces of it. But it doesn't really matter. Once you get a little bit of it, you have tons. So there's really no... I mean... Once you have 1, you have 100, so it doesn't really matter. So let's get the magma cream in there. This is our final machine that we need. So last advanced genetic machine, inoculator. Sweet. So let's sort this stuff. That can get sorted. That. And the glass. Iron still needs to go in there? Yeah, probably. And I guess we can sort the diamonds. Although we have tons of them. So we have 8 more serum vials and some royal jelly, and let's go get the last machine from here. There it is, isolator. Sweet, let's get over there, because we're really running out of time. We only have like 2 minutes left. I already have this thing all set up to accept these machines. Let's just put, let's do dirt. Dirt here so I can start setting them up. So, there we go, yeah. We're going to want the isolator, and then the... What the hell is that thing called? Synthesizer, purifier, which you'll understand why that is so useful, and inoculator. Now we have to run. These things take a lot of power. Actually, I don't like the way I set that up. I don't want the power there. I want the DNA there. So let's go see how we can alter that a little bit. So these things take a lot of power, like tons of power. And they also take some genetic material, DNA, liquid DNA. We can go up there, or we can just go up the back way here. That's probably a better way. I rerouted this so that I could actually get the power up there, but we're going to do this. I'm going to move this a little bit because I need to get the genetic material up there. So I'm going to do that off camera. Hold on a sec. Let me just move these tubes and stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, we got all our machines hooked up to power, and we've also got the machines that need DNA hooked up to the DNA tank. So, now we've got everything we need. Now what we need to do is try to pull out the cool features of the Rockies. I've got a Rocky line running here. As you can see, I actually hooked up each of my lines to have their own lever. That way I can just turn them on and off as I need to. So I need cultivated, and I also need, well, yeah, I need, because that's fast. And Imperial is turned off because I already have tons of royal jelly, so I don't need any more. I also have tons of honey and stuff. So we got Rocky turned on for Rocky drones, and we also have, because that's what I'm going to use to pull off some cool genetic stuff. And we got cultivated for fast. So let's pull some Rockies out of here. Let's get them over here into the isolator, and let's try to isolate one of their cool genes. Now let's put a vial there and a Rocky here, and let's put it there. That's fine. So it's going to try to isolate a random gene from the Rocky drone, a random attribute. It's going to end up in this empty vial. Now, we really want, what I'm looking for is Flyer, which means they even operate during the rain, or Nocturnal, which means they operate during the nighttime. Because I got a couple of bees, I'm really average quality empty. Nocturnal, perfect! This is exactly what I want. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to the synthesizer. This is going to actually add charges to it. They can take up to 16. So we're going to have this thing add charges. You see it's doing it right now, using up some of the liquid DNA that we have stored. And it's going to get up to 16. Now, as you add more charges, it will degrade the quality. But we're going to handle that in a second here, because you want the exceptional quality or excellent quality, whichever it is. I don't know right now because I've never done it. But you want the best quality possible, because if you inoculate your princesses with not the best quality serum, they will not last very long. They'll last a certain amount of generations, then they will die out. We want a permanent species out of this. So we're going to make sure that we have excellent quality. I will be back when this has 16 charges. Hold on a second. Also, I wanted to show you that this thing is sucking out major power, okay? It's 50 MJs per tick right now. Now remember, it's actually a little more like 60 something because I'm pulling this through a tesseract, and so it's just pulling the MJs out like crazy to do this. Okay, so expect it to just drain your power supply. Let's go over to my power supply and let's see what it's doing. That's why I added the extra energy cell right here to make sure I had enough. So it is yanking the power out. Those engines will not keep up with the power drain that is coming out of this system. But I think with 1.2 million MJs in reserve, we should be okay. Because you're not going to be doing this that often. Not enough liquid DNA. Well, that's why I have it pumping in there. Why is it not? Pump some more in there. Oh, there we go. Okay. It sucked in another batch full. It keeps going. So it's going to actually probably drain this thing faster than we can fill it, and that is okay because we don't need a full charge, 16 charges right off the bat. Again, I'll be back when this thing has 16 charges, so it's going to take a while. Alright, so this thing's all filled up, 16 charges. You can see it dropped the quality down to awful, and that doesn't really matter because we're about to put it into the purifier. This is going to bring the quality up. You want the best quality possible, which is like excellent or whatever the E word is that it is. So I'll be back when this is done, because again, this video is super insanely long and you don't need to watch this thing work. Let's see if it bumps it up a quality. It doesn't work every time. Again, it's draining out tons of power, 100 MJs per tick. So this is going to take forever, alright? So just be patient, let this quality come up, and I'll see you guys in a second here. Okay, it's good quality. I think the next quality level is excellent, but we're really running on whatever power can be pulled over from the tesseracts from the energy cells over there. And I went and checked, and they're doing all right. Excellent. That is perfect. I don't think there's a higher quality, although it's still running. That's odd. I thought excellent was the best. Let's wait one more charge here. Let's check this last one. Is called the inoculator. This is where you actually put the new gene you want into the bee. So we're going to actually pull one of these cultivated out. Let's get this thing set up. So I don't think you can put it right in there. You have to dump it like that. And it's almost done. Pretty sure excellent's the best. I'm actually going to look it up real quick here. Purifier. I'm pretty positive that excellent's the best. I don't know what it's... Maybe it's just keeps going? Yeah, that's the best. See, it's not moving any further. Already highest quality. So now I'm going to move it over here, and we're going to inoculate this cultivated princess to work at night. So she's already got fast worker. That's what we want. Flowers is good too, but let's get her some nighttime here. Now I can use this serum 16 times before I have to recharge it, which is actually not real difficult. But what we're going to do, and I think that consumed my bee, didn't it? Let's get some more. Oh, we already have more. Let's get some more of these Rockies and put some more. That's fine. Put some more vials in here. Now, the vials that come out kind of crappy, you can actually burn them in a furnace and get your vial back to try again if you get something you don't care about. Like on these Rockies, like flowers or something, or uses stone. Obviously, I'm not going to want a bee that uses stone because I already have flowers. And slowest productivity. Yeah, we don't want that. Let's burn that one. I don't think I have a... Well, we can just make one right here. Do I even have any... I think it's in here? No? It's probably in that chest, actually, to be honest. I'm trying to look for some cobblestone because I'm going to make a furnace and just... Well, the furnace isn't going to work, is it? What did we get here? Low fertility? No, we don't like that. We want is a flyer, and that also uses tons of electricity. Let's see how much it's using, MJ's. 50 per tick. So we've got a couple things working at 50 per tick here. This inoculator is still moving at 25 per tick and hasn't used a charge yet. It's almost done. Both 2 humidity tolerance. Oh, I like that one. Let's keep that one over here. We'll put the ones we're going to burn over there. Almost finished. We'll look at this one in a sec once we there we go. So inoculated. Cool. Now let's get the beealizer out here. And actually we already have it out. It's right there. So let's look at this sucker. And okay, slow is slow. That's interesting. I thought it worked at nighttime. Is it here? So there it is. We need to do it one more time. I forgot about that. So you will only get one of the genes to work, or one of the traits. You need to inoculate it twice to make sure both the active and inactive both get hit by the inoculation. Default territory. Probably a good one. Not sure about that, but we're going to try that one anyway. We're going to burn these. Let's go put these in the furnace real fast. Because this way I can actually inoculate the bees that I want. I'm going to use that cultivated and try to get a better bee out of that. Because I got a couple bees in mind here. So yeah, get our vial back to try again. Sweet. We don't have to make new vials. So this is pretty sweet. This is going to give us some awesome bees. Now you have to wait for it to load a little bit. Rainfall. That is exactly what I wanted. Let's get that sucker filled now because I want to make sure the bees I'm going to set up, and I got 2 alveary areas set up here. These are like for the bees that you want to produce a ton of stuff with, okay? These alvearies work very quickly. They produce tons of materials, whatever your bee combs are producing. So we're going to set one of these up for seeds. I don't really want to blow it, but I'll blow this one so that we can get lots of seed oil for more alvearies or aviaries and stuff like that. We're going to need tons of seed oil. And this other one, I'm going to leave that a little bit of a secret, but it's going to be one of the extra bees. It's going to be pretty awesome. So I'll see you guys next time. Tell me what you think about bee genetics. I think it's pretty awesome, and also tesseracts. And we're also going to be doing some railcraft stuff probably next episode to get some rails down here. So we got a little bit different way to come down here because the other way, I like this stuff, the Mistcraft stuff, but it's not as cool as a track would be. So let me know what you think. Actually, I'm going to put a couple things up on Facebook. So like me on, or friend me on Facebook or like me on Twitter. I'm going to put a couple things up for you guys to choose from to tell me what you want to see next. So remember to get on Facebook so you can see that and you can vote. Let me know what you guys think. Later, dudes. Charge is left. I don't know where I can put that. I probably should have just left it there. Cool. So see you guys next time. It's going to be awesome. Going to make these bees super bees here.